I'm back. Hello down there on Earth. This is Commander Rick up in space. I'm on board a communications satellite. I'm a prisoner of weightlessness up here, and you're a prisoner of gravity down there. How did I get up here? Well, a couple of years ago I was living down on Earth, and then Nancy, roll the clip.
Rising anti-Semitism in Eastern Europe has voted English-only sign. 40,000 tons of debris. Armed with PCBs blew up the ozone layer today.
Standing by for solid rocket booster separation.
Ah, we're back. Why am I interrupting your signal like this? Well, the world's got trouble. And that starts with T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pollution with no solution. Animals are vanishing faster than Noah could load a boat. War is about to break out in half a dozen places, and all anyone's talking about is who killed Laura Palmer. What's going on down there? Who is talking about war, or intolerance, or the destruction of the rainforest, or technology and the decline of faith? Science fiction and comic books are talking about important issues like, will we survive as a species? Is there a God? And will our hero get lucky this week? So let's start talking about science fiction and horror and fantasy and comic books and novels and movies and short stories and TV shows and how one is turned into the other.
Let's try to, make the movie more like the original books.
The same artistic sensibility that permits a movie to work is what works in a comic book.
Michael Keaton wasn't my first choice because he didn't look like the atypical Batman.
Some of the same things that attracted filmmakers to Batman attracted them to Dick Tracy.
It's a very democratic medium for word. Cinema is a very fascist medium.
Adaptations, translations, novelizations. Are they spin-offs or are they rip-offs? Shakespeare adapted. And the movies have been borrowing from science fiction novels since the 1902 film Le Voyage dans la Lune. Inspired by H.G. Wells and Jules Verne. Inspired's nice. You don't have to pay royalties for inspired. Hollywood discovered comics a little later, mostly because comics didn't exist till the 1930s, and they didn't get good until the 1960s, and they didn't get great till the 1980s. The breakthrough film was, of course, the 1988 movie Batman. Nancy, roll the clip for us.
Don't kill me! Don't kill me, man! Don't kill me! Don't kill me, man!
I'm not going to kill you. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
We have the baby boomers who loved the TV show. They were weaned on it. They don't remember the first Batman I drew, which was, he was a loner, a vampire-ish kind of character, a vigilante, basically, outside the law. And he wouldn't take the law in his own hands, but the police were also out to get him. In the movie, he was a vigilante. The cops were against him also. So the two camps, one likes the TV show because they were weaned on it, and they don't remember the dark brooding of Batman I created. But then Frank Miller came out with a book called The Dark Knight. Although I don't understand the book, it was a big success, and it brought Batman out of retirement back to his roots of being a dark, evil vigilante avenger.
I think Batman's a lovely character. Just completely simple. He just cuts to the bone. He's every kid's, not every kid's, but certainly when I was 6 years old, he was my fantasy. And I think that what I really contributed with my Batman comics was a belief in the character himself and the construction of a world in which the character made sense. As censored as comics have been for decades, they had generally presented a very benevolent world, which made the idea of anybody fighting crime pretty silly. And so I really did take the old work and cast it in a more modern mold. I felt that this was a very good time to do Batman because the world has become a very terrifying place. And the fantasy is given meaning and stature because of the terrors that haunt our world.
Mr. Kane, what's the inside scoop on the second Batman movie?
It's not official, but what we're planning for the sequel is the Penguin, I believe, and we have Danny DeVito in mind, not signed yet. We have the Catwoman in the same movie, as Cher, we believe we may settle for her. And we're using Robin, the little pain in the neck, as Michael J. Fox, he looks just like Robin. Although he's older, he could play younger, because Robin should be 18. He's about 30, but and he's a good actor.
The Batman movie has inspired even more adaptations. Check out The Further Adventures of Batman, short stories about Batman by Isaac Asimov, Mike Resnick, Karen Haber, Robert Silverberg, and Max Allan Collins. After Batman came the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hey! Wait for me! God, I love being a turtle!
These amphibians with an attitude became the biggest hit in alternative comics, and that was before the movie put a turtle in every pot, lunch pail, knapsack, and cereal box.
I like the translation of the black and white book into the movie better than I did the black and white book into the cartoon and the toys. We allowed a lot of things to happen with the different color bandanas, which actually wasn't a bad idea because the way that we had done them, they looked all the same. You couldn't tell them apart for the weapons and personalities. But the insignias on the belts and softening everything up, which is great. I mean, we understood what they wanted to go for, and we were happy with the result. I was shooting for a younger audience and shooting, seeing our turtles sort of this gritty, I mean, even we've had them drinking beer in some of the, the thing in the earlier comics, which is, we got some interesting letters on that, when they see the reprints of the black and white. When it came time to do the movie, we said, let's try to get some of that back. Let's try to, make the movie more like the original books. That way, you would have, sort of a cross between some of the adolescent or the younger turtle characters, which is the joking and the different bandanas and stuff, but having the seriousness of the story and getting back our original origin story, which is different from the cartoon.
I am proud of you, my sons. Tonight, you have learned the final and greatest truth of the ninja. That ultimate mastery comes not of the body, but of the mind.
The movie basically consists of, most of issue 1, issue Leonardo, which is one of the single-issue adventures starring one of the turtles, and issues 10 and 11. And we didn't get any writing credit. I mean, if you which, I'm getting nitpicky here, but, if you flip through those books, you would see pretty much the whole movie and stuff. But he had gone through and circled all these things and had a vision that we just were so pleased to hear. That wasn't this Hollywood type where you guys had sort of a neat idea, let us fix it for you, type stuff. He really wanted to keep the vision true.
After the turtles, who are mean, green, and on the screen, comes Dick Tracy, who's mellow, yellow, and quite a fellow.
I think it's widely assumed that the Batman film had a lot of impact on Dick Tracy. Actually, the strip was optioned by Hollywood in the mid-'70s, before I was even involved on the strip. However, I think some of the same things that attracted filmmakers to Batman attracted them to Dick Tracy. Larger-than-life villains, a very square-jawed and stalwart red-blooded American hero, colorful yet dark urban backdrop, a pop culture connection that can't be underestimated. Dick Tracy is a major icon of American pop culture. The fact that the strip itself is designed to appeal to a broad audience, that we do have a readership from 8 to 80, that translates well to a film. So the larger-than-life pop art qualities of Dick Tracy make it an extremely attractive property for filmmakers.